Hi, this is Kent Vaughn with Blaze Performance Solutions, and in this video I'm going to talk about accountability, the third key of execution. And I want to talk about it a little differently with an example from a client of ours, and I'll begin and end that example with two quotes by W. Edwards Deming, that quality guru who's been passed away probably a decade or so. But the first quote I'd like to share with you is the quote that he talked about really understanding what to do. And he said, if you want to understand the cause and effect in any job, you need to talk to the person standing within 12 feet of the job. Now I'll say that again. He said, if you want to understand cause and effect in any job, you need to talk to the person standing within 12 feet of the job. Even if you've done that job in the past, it's likely changed. And so if we really understand what people should be doing to get better results, we need to talk to the ones that are doing the job, which is why we want a daily accountability session with the people out on the line, on the shop floor, on the phones, in front of customers to know what's working and what's not working. Or at least a weekly accountability with the other groups of people to see, again, what are they doing? What are the ABCs? What are the activities and behaviors they're working on? What are the commitments they're making? How are those working? So we can see and understand, are these causes and effects impacting the needle? Are they moving the needle on our goal instead of just setting it and forgetting it, hoping it's going to make a difference? Now let me give you an example. We have a client that is in the auto manufacturing industry, and it's actually a client of our partner of ours in the tech space, and they are experts at 5S. As you think about lean manufacturing, the 5S, sort, set, shine, standardize, sustain. They have learning dojos around the 5S. They have all kinds of e-learning courses about 5S. They are constantly talking about 5S. But the auto industry is becoming an increasingly competitive space, and they've got to up their game because their competitors are upping their game. And so they're trying to see an increase of 10, 15, 20% in quality, and they think they can do that by improving adherence to the 5S principles, the application of the 5S principles every day, which is why they have every employee in a meeting every single day talking about what they did in the 5S. Remember, 30 seconds or less talking about what they did in 5S, and their leaders putting that in execution in your pocket on their phones to keep up with what everyone is doing. It's amazing the results they've gotten in just the first quarter by helping every employee make a commitment about what will I do today about 5S in my job. And the next day, what did they do? What were the ABCs they delivered yesterday in their job to improve 5S? Amazing what's happened in that organization. More than a 20% increase in quality in the first quarter with an organization that was already incredibly good at quality. And that's what we're talking about. The world's always changing. We've got to make sure we are relevant, that we are continually do the things consistently that'll get us the results we want to get. I'm reminded of the story I read several years ago about a team that went to the Super Bowl and lost. And the star quarterback for the losing team was being interviewed, and he said, you know, we set a goal at the very beginning of the season to go to the Super Bowl. It's funny, I guess we should have set a goal to win the Super Bowl. They set a goal about going, and they'd worked really hard all season long, and they got there. But once they got there, it was kind of like, hey, getting here is the reward. We're done. Who wants to go to the Super Bowl and not win? Don't you want one of those gigantic rings you can see from a satellite? I have a neighbor down the street, just 4 houses down, Todd Kelly, who's won 4 Super Bowl rings when he was at the San Francisco 49ers. 4 rings. Now, when he goes out, people notice. He never wears all 4, but you just wear 1 or 2 of those rings, and people notice there's something different about you. That's what we're talking about when we think about our goals and achieving, winning the Super Bowl, not just going to the Super Bowl. Now let me close this video, this section, with one last quote by W. Edwards Deming. And let me read it for you because I love the way he said this. He said, give the workforce a chance to work with pride, and the 3% that apparently don't care will erode itself by peer pressure. Let me say that one more time. Give the workforce a chance to work with pride, and the 3% who apparently don't care will erode itself by peer pressure. Give your people a chance to have pride in what they're doing. Return and report daily and weekly about what they're doing, their ABCs, and how it's helping the organization get better. It's amazing the peer power, the peer pressure that comes as we are holding ourselves accountable together daily and weekly to get better, to win the Super Bowl. Well, thanks so much. Hope you have a fantastic day. Again, it's Kent Vaughn with Blaze Performance Solutions.